What's good, guys? Welcome back to Sheer Thoughts. As always, man, how y'all doing? What is good? Guys, welcome. As always, we appreciate y'all being here. You already know it's your boy Chuck's here. And guys, as you can see, of course, who I'm here with, you already know. She's always here. It's going to be a vibe. It's going to be a good episode. It's going to be a fun episode. But I'm here with lovely, as always, Miss Sony Panda. What's going on, girl?
Hey. All good here, Chucks. How are you?
Girl, I'm chilling, vibing. It's a nicer day today. It's raining, but because it's raining, it's like not as cold. So I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
I'll take it. You know, we talk a lot about winter on here. I'm just saying, I'm enjoying it. Okay, I'll take a nice little cool rainy day instead of a freezing ice day because it's terrible. But yeah, it's going good.
We don't like that weather.
No, never. No, I can't do it. I'm not gonna lie. The more I think about it, the more I'm tempted to move to Florida. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow.
Or at least somewhere south, bro. Just dealing with the cold is a lot, bro. It's a lot. Dealing with the cold is a lot, bro. It really is. It's just it hits different. It hits very different.
Yep.
But how you doing, girl? What's up with you?
All good here. Well, speaking of cooler weather, we've actually had pretty decent weather, like where the sun's actually come out.
Nice.
It's not been super, super cold. And it's bearable. It's still a little bit nippy, but it's not as bad. Like you need the heating on all day, every day kind of thingy. So but apparently there's now weather warnings for snow. I was like, I'm so bittersweet about it. So I'm like, okay. But it's all right. It's all right. We're gonna enjoy it and embrace it, and it's gonna be great. It'll be fine.
just gonna have to go with the flow. Just gonna have to ride with it.
Yeah.
Just gotta do it. You know.
Yeah.
This is how it is.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, this week is not supposed to be too bad, but I mean, we still have January and February coming. And it's like, I don't know what it is, but it's like in February for the past like whatever amount of years, it's always been that like February is like that one last push of cold before it starts to get nicer. And it's just like, shit sucks. So I'm going to have to brace for that.
Oh, thank God you guys have it too. I thought it was just UK.
Oh,
so
no,
I'm glad you guys have it too.
Oh, thanks. Thank you so much. Now, girl, we drop as low. We can drop as low as 10 degrees. Like I'll never forget. There was one day where I woke up and my thermometer literally said 7 degrees, and I was like, "Excuse me?" I was like, "Son, this is ridiculous. Like, it's crazy." There's just not enough layers at that point. Like, I feel like, bro, like, I feel it no matter what. This shit's annoying, bro.
I hear that.
What was I gonna say? Oh, so I have a question for you, Sony, because I just thought this would be kind of fun to talk about, especially because, as you guys know, Christmas is coming up. This is obviously going to come out a few days before Christmas, and then the next episode is going to be our Christmas special episode that'll be released on Christmas Day. So, but I wanted to kind of talk about today, just in the spirit of Christmas, and since we're about to hit it, is I want to talk about what would you say if you could, right? Let's just say, obviously, we all love gifts, right? Gifts is great. It's always nice to get the gifts, especially when you were a kid. It was always amazing, like especially when you got actual gifts that you really knew like your family could afford. Like it's incredible. It's amazing, right? It's always an incredible feeling. But I had to ask, bro, if you could, right? If you could be gifted anything in the world, right? What would some of those items be? Like I'm talking about, like it could be the most ridiculous thing. I'll go first. Like for me, bro. Oh my God. If
please do. I need to think.
If I was gifted a Lambo, I'd be stupid. I ain't gonna lie. You give me a free Lamborghini, I'm gonna drive that bitch into the ground. It's gonna be bad. Like there's no way in hell I don't speed in that thing at least once or twice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna feel that power. Like what? And don't get me wrong, owning a Lambo is stupid. It's very stupid. It's very dumb. But yeah. So.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I was gonna say, as much as I'd love to say a supercar or a classic car, no, because you know what? I don't have a good enough salary to fuel that thing. I don't have a
Yo,
good
for
enough
real.
salary to insure myself on that thing. So it's one of those that'll come when I have the money and the lifestyle to happily afford it. I can drive around in it. I can tank it up whenever I want to tank it up, and it's cool. Otherwise, it's just I drive it once and it's like, oh, it's done now.
Yo,
I'm
son,
not gonna pay like a stupid amount of fuel. So I think mine. Okay, no, mine's a little bit deep. I think mine would be a year's worth of free therapy. I think.
okay, okay, interesting.
Yeah,
Okay, you know,
yeah.
you actually can do that. Like, I think there are websites or whatever nowadays, but there actually like are things that like you can actually like gift therapy sessions to people or something like
Oh
that. I
wow.
think there is, and I think that's great. I mean, there's always that stigma of like, oh, if you do therapy, blah blah blah. Nah, bro, therapy genuinely helps.
Yeah,
Therapy is literally just talking out your problems, getting them out there, really
yeah.
confronting them if you really feel like you need to. And some people need to. That's just how it is, bro. You know,
Hmm. Hmm.
there's nothing wrong with therapy whatsoever. But that's a good one.
No. I don't know.
That's a good one. I like that
Yeah.
one. That is a very deep one, and I think that is very appropriate. I mean, it's great, bro. If you literally can give a gift
Hmm.
to someone that will help them benefit them, I mean, that's an amazing thing. That's an incredible
Yeah.
thing, bro. You can't
Yeah.
hate on
It's
that.
just exactly. At the end of the day, you're bettering you. Like to me, like obviously this is just to me, but like the greatest gift you could give yourself is bettering you.
Hmm.
Like working through all your trauma, wherever it may be, whether it's young, like teenage, adult years, whatever it may be. It's you're just bettering you. You're becoming an amazing version of you. Do you know what I mean? So in a sense, like you're leveling up,
Of
like,
course.
and you're always going to continue to level up. And then it's whatever, while you're leveling up, everything is just going to kind of slot into place. You're going to have the best partner who is going to be leveling up with you. You're going to have an amazing job that works with leveling you up. Do you know what I mean? It's just everything aligned. So yeah, I think that's definitely one of my top ones for sure. Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, obviously, because it's us. So this is definitely
Hmm.
a good one. Also, before we kind of do get into it, because it has something to do with it. But I gotta ask, girl, what nylons you rocking today? Because they're looking very deep purple right now. They look fire. What
Yeah.
you what you what you rocking over there?
Thank you. Thank you. So these are the satiny ones. I'm doing a promo post coming up soon. So you guys basically are getting a really nice preview of them before they're actually posted
Fair
on my
enough.
social.
Okay.
Yeah, so these are like I have slippers on because it's cold, okay? It's cold.
I mean, it's cold, bro.
But
It'd be cold out
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Hmm.
But they're really nice. They're like do you know what? They're like the CDR Upsalas because they do have like the back seam to them,
Oh, okay.
but they're not as glossy. Like they're glossy. Like these are still really
I was
glossy.
gonna say
But
those are
see
still
how they're
quite
kind
glossy.
of
Yeah.
yeah, but they're kind of like more of a muted kind of luster
Mm.
gloss,
Oh,
if
I
you
get
know
what
what I
you mean.
mean,
Yeah.
compared to like a really shiny,
Yep.
shiny
Mm-hmm.
light bounces off it. This is more sort of, and I quite like this actually. I because it looks more liquid than it actually does
Yes.
gloss and shine.
That's a good way
Yeah,
to put it. Yes.
yeah,
I know exactly what you
yeah,
mean. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because
yeah.
those kind of give more like a metallic look, where the Upsalas are
Mm,
like straight, like, yeah, if you know the
yeah,
Upsalas, you know how they are. Like, it's
yeah,
just any light on them is just a constant, like, just shine
yeah.
across. Like, those
Mm,
look, like you said, like a liquid metallic finish. So they have that difference. Those
yeah,
are fire though. I like those,
mm,
especially because it's like that deep purple. Like, that's fire. That's a dope color.
yeah,
That's a very dope color,
yeah.
especially appropriate for
Honestly,
like
they
winter. Oh hell yeah.
oh, yeah, trust me. Trust me. I've been in these for a good couple of hours today and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, it's nice." Not only like do they keep me warm, but it's like, "Oh, yeah, they're just so soft and so smooth." So,
See, I mean,
yeah.
soft and smooth, bro. What more can you ask for? It's amazing. It's amazing,
Exactly. Exactly. But I will say, everybody, we didn't me and Chucks didn't
bro.
plan to match. Like literally as soon as we came on, we're like, "You're wearing purple."
No,
Oh
bro.
my God, we're in
I
purple.
I just I can't. I fucking can't. This, bro, mind you,
Oh,
this has literally
God.
happened to us multiple times, and I'm like, there's just no way.
Yeah, we align.
Yeah,
That's what it
bro,
is, Chuck. We align.
we just bam right there, just, ah,
Yeah.
right there, ah,
Mm.
same level, bro.
Mm.
But yes, I'm rocking
Mm.
purple today. Obviously with my lighting, I feel like sometimes it's hard, especially when it's like the really sheer ones. But these are the
Yeah.
good old classic CDRs, the Vidrios, 15s. So they have a
Ah,
little bit
nice.
of like
Nice.
the reinforced toe. I can't really show it. They have a little bit of the reinforced toe,
I can see it.
but like it's
Yeah.
but it's very light. It's not like a dark reinforced toe. It's very light. So it's like they have those.
Mm.
So these are quite nice.
I
And
like 'em.
mind you, it's wild because I randomly came across these. I literally just randomly found them, and I was like, "Oh my god, I
Oh,
totally
no
forgot I had these."
way.
That I was like, "You know what? Just throw them on for the episode." I literally have a pair now. I found it.
Yeah.
Why not? And then I got on the call and I look at Sony. I go, "There's no fucking way." I was like, "There's just no way."
I know. We're like, really?
I was
Oh
like,
my
"There's just no
God.
way."
50 Shades of
Bro,
Purple up in there.
we literally just know that we always gonna rock an outfit with nylons because that's obviously what we're gonna
Mm.
do. We always know this. It's just the fact that like we never actually discuss outfits unless it's for something very specific,
Yeah.
and then it's
Yeah.
like there's no fucking way. Like
Yeah.
there's just no way. Like
Yeah.
I don't get it, bro.
I know. It's the most funny. But I love that about us as well, though.
Yo,
To be
facts,
fair.
bro. It just right here.
Yeah.
It's right here. That's it.
Uh-huh.
So that's all it needs to
Uh-huh.
be. That's all it needs to be.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
going into it then, gotta ask, right?
Yes.
If you could, what would be your dream? And I'm talking about it could be anything including nylons. So like if you could have nylons as a gift, what would here you go. What would pretty much be your box set of like the perfect nylons in like a box of like 6 or something like that?
Box of 6.
Yeah.
What are we skimping out on Christmas this year?
Listen, hey, I'm talking about hey.
Okay. 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 No, I'm joking, by the way. I'm always going to be blessed, even if it's one pair. I'm always going to be
Facts for
blessed. The
real.
fact that
For real.
somebody is going to be buying me nylons for
Mhm.
Christmas, that alone is like oh my God.
That's a great gift. I don't care what anyone says. That's
It
an amazing
is.
gift.
It really is. I think definitely, you know what? It would definitely have to be some of my top brands that are in there. But like really, like so for instance, like Walford,
Oh
Girardi,
yeah.
Trasparenzi, um, and whatnot. And like I feel like it's gotta be luxe pairs. Like, we get like limited edition pairs
Mhm.
or or like holiday ones. So where
Yeah.
they're not too Christmassy, but you can wear them all year round. Like I've had a couple like that back in the day where they came out for
Mhm.
Christmas, but it's one of those like you can wear them all year round. Like
Yeah.
especially with party outfits, they're like, oh, they just
Oh
work
hell
so
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Yeah. I'd definitely say, but yeah, definitely bold patterns. The thing is, right, I kind of went shopping about a month ago and had a look, but I've not been recently. One,
Oh.
because I'm trying not to spend, and two, because I'm trying not to spend. So,
Bro, heard that. Oh
so
my god.
trust me. So that's why I've not kept up to date. Unless it pops up on my feed, I'm like,
Mhm.
oh my God, yeah, these look stunning. I've not gone out my way to check out all of my favorite brands' Christmas collections that have come out, because I guarantee you I'll just be populating a basket the whole time and I'll be like, no, I can't do this right now. I have other presents to buy for everybody else. So
You get that notification. You
yeah.
have 23 items in your cart. Okay. Like
Yeah. And then when you leave, they have the audacity to email me saying, hey, you left your shopping cart. Come back. I left it for a reason. Oh God. I know. So
come back.
yeah.
Just over here. Just
Yeah,
come here.
come on,
Come
come on. No.
here.
And you can imagine it being such a cute way, like, come on, just over
trying to
here. And
sell
it's
you
like,
so
no.
hard, bro.
Yeah.
Like I know
We'll
when you
throw in a free little voucher,
oh
10%
god,
off.
I hate when they try to do that.
free shipping, and
Like
it's
you ever try to cancel
no.
the subscription to something, and all of a sudden they go, well, listen, we now all of a sudden out of nowhere have this special offer for you for
Yep.
70% off. Excuse me. Like,
Yep.
fuck you.
Yep.
Like, I'm out. Leave me alone.
That's what I mean. They have the audacity to do that, and I'm like, how dare you? Do you know how much willpower it took in the first place?
Bro.
It's legit. It's like an addiction. It's like imagine like giving an alcoholic a sneaky little shot to be like, oh, go on, it's just one little shot. That's what it feels
Just,
like.
just take a cap. Just take a little cap. That's it.
Yeah. Little sniff, little lick, little.
Yo,
No,
bro. Motherfucker gonna take that
trust
one
me.
sip and he gonna finish that and be like, I'm fucked.
Trust me. Trust me.
It's wild, bro.
So yeah. Anyway, so back to it. So yeah, I would say definitely a mix of yeah, definitely some of my top brands, including obviously CDR in it as well and
Of course.
whatnot. But I like a whole mix. Like I think that's one thing. I'm not gonna stick with just opaques or just sheers. Me being me, I like a whole variety box. I like
Fair
thicker
enough.
deniers, thinner ones, bold patterns, really
Fair.
subtle patterns, really garish. Like let's do a bit of garish. So yeah, I'd like to say like a nice little medley. I think would be mine.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let me hit you up with that same question
I was
as
gonna
well.
say with me as you, I mean, you already know I always love my sheer and shiny, so of course there's so
Hmm.
many I could pick from. But that's the thing, dude. Like the reason why I said 6 is because that really dwindles it down. So it's like, ooh,
Yeah, no joke.
like for sure, one of them that has to be in there for sure. Obviously, like one of the top ones is gonna be like the Wolford Neon 40s. There's no way in
Oh,
hell.
yeah,
What, bro? They're already so expensive.
yeah.
You get them as a gift. Why the not? Like
Mm-hmm.
hell yeah, you might as well take advantage of that.
I
So
love you forever.
what, bro? So a great pair of
Mm-hmm.
Wolford Neon 40s. Would obviously have to go with a pair of like CDR Eternos. But my thing
Yeah.
is that like I don't know if I would want to take up 2 spaces because then I would love to do like the CDR Eterno 20s because I like how the denier is on that one with it.
Yeah.
But then like the top 9 Super Lucidos are also really nice. So it's like
Yeah.
ah,
Yeah.
and knowing me, I would
Yeah.
probably just wind up taking up like 2 spaces. So that's 3 pairs right there. And then, so for the last 3, like, I definitely am trying to do more, like fashion ones. Like, I do want to fuck around with like
Mm.
some fashion ones, but I really do enjoy like the sheer look a lot because I always enjoy like when I always try to tell people like the reason why I like sheer and shiny so much is because I think shiny is such a nice little touch and such
Yeah.
a little detail that you can add to something that makes it the eye still catch that and it pops. So I'm always been interested by
Mm.
that. But then the sheer because I think it's always like I always think a natural look is always very nice too. So that's why like I always say like that's why I think that's so great too. So it's I want to get like what is it? I think it's like the CDR like polka dot ones that they have, but they also have like a
But
little bit of a
yeah, the
shine to
Turner
them.
Pool ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they're
Turner
still
Pool
dope
ones.
though. That I was like, oh word, okay. Like I was like,
Mm.
hell yeah, like those look
Mm.
fire. So I would want something like that. Would have to do. I mean, let's be real, bro. I mean, if you're gonna get a nylon box, I mean, would have to do like a nylon bodysuit, like
Oh yeah.
would have to just
How could I
because
forget?
would have to just because of
Yeah.
the fact that like bro like and it's funny because people might like think of it in a certain way. Nah, bro, if you ever like wear one that's a really really nice one, it feels
Mm.
comfortable. It genuinely just feels comfortable. So it's like
Mm.
like if you know that feeling, bro, it's a very comfortable feeling, especially because if you like the feeling of nylons, that's obviously the only reason why you are gonna like it for that reason. So it's like obviously if you don't like it or you don't want to do it, obviously you're not forced to, bro. But it's like if someone
Mm.
who is like that, like a nylon connoisseur, knows how nylons are, knows that
Yeah.
quality, and knows that feeling of how nice it can be, especially if you know nice freaking brands, bro, it's a great feeling.
Mm.
And I don't know, bro. For me personally, like I've worn a nylon bodysuit before to obviously try it out and see how it felt. I don't know what it
Yeah.
was, bro, but when I was wearing it, it gave me like my own fair bit of confidence in a way. I don't know what it was, but
Yeah.
it's weird to explain, but it was like I feel like I look good. So it's like
Yeah.
like I feel a little confident right now, okay? Like, but that's the thing,
Yeah.
bro. Everyone has their own confidence. Everyone has their own ways. So it's like you can't judge others. So it's just
Mm.
like it's how you gonna take it, bro. It's how you want to see it, and that's fine. But at the end of the
No,
day,
true.
if you love the feel of nylons and one of the reasons why you wear them is because they do genuinely feel soft to you. Like I always tell everyone all the time, the quickest reasons, I think they look good and they feel great.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah, yeah.
because I wear ones that are higher quality, that I know are feeling better, that like work with me in a way. You know what I mean? Like everyone feels different. I know you got people who wear them for medical reasons. They kind of have to. But if they're wearing them for medical reasons, they obviously should still be wearing a good pair that'll help them medically.
Yeah.
Just like anything else, bro. It's you got to
Hmm.
pay for the quality. So it's like,
Yeah. You know what, that reminds me. I'm gonna ask you a question. After you do your box, I'm gonna ask you a question about
okay,
nylon boots and body stockings and stuff.
fair enough. Okay. But yeah, I'd have to get one of those. Probably from like
Hmm.
Pearl and Poseidon because they actually do like really nice ones. So I would definitely say
Yeah.
something from Pearl and Poseidon. And then like another one, I would have to I'd probably want to do like a back seam pair because back seams are always nice. They're always a
Yes,
classic. You know,
they
gotta
are.
love how they go. I mean, the CDR one is nice, but then they do have other ones too that I like. I would have to see which ones. I'd have to see which one I would really want to add. But yeah, I would say that's
Hmm.
my nylon box. Like, damn, 6 pairs is really hard. Yeah. Fuck, there's so many you can fucking
Yep.
name, bro.
That's what I mean, and I forgot a bloody nylon body stocking in mine.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's crazy, bro. Goes to
yeah,
show you. But yeah, what were you gonna ask then about the?
yeah. So basically, okay. So only because I've experienced it a few times, not a lot.
Mhm.
Um, and I see what you mean about different qualities. But have you like? So here's something. So okay, so for instance, one of the ones that I've tried.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try not to give too much away now because it's coming up. Um, I've tried it, right? Got it on and everything. It was a nightmare, but I got into it. And it was great, but then not trying to sound disgusting, but we're going to keep it real here.
Fair enough.
Um I ended up like I perspire. I ended up perspiring a lot
Mm.
in it. So compared to like, you know when I did like that blue cat suit one,
Yes.
and it was brilliant. It was pretty much like this kind of style. And I realized that I could be in that for a good while before I started getting really hot in it. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, okay, like I've got to put the zipper down a little
Nah.
bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas like this one was I wore it for probably like 15, 20 minutes. No, no, no,
Oh
no. Tell
shit.
a lie. No. Probably about half an hour, 45 minutes
Hmm.
actually. And I started like really
Getting hot.
sweating,
Yeah.
like it, yeah, really hot in it. And I'm like, this is a lot thinner than the cat suit that I wore. And it was like, oh my God, like I need to get this off now. Like because obviously when you start sweating, you're like, God, I need some air. But you know, because it's so like so close to you,
Yeah.
you're like, oh
Oh
my
yeah. Yeah.
God,
Yeah. Yeah.
there's no airflow. So I've got to get it off. And it was like, have you like, is that down to quality or is that like something that can happen to you, like that you like you've experienced
I think
before? Like, I just want to know, like, am I being stupid?
no, because I think it also like depends because it's like the thing with like people don't understand with like encasement and like things like that, like if you've ever like gotten into encasement, it's understandable why a lot of people would look at encasement and be like, "Oh my god, I would feel suffocated. Like I'd feel claustrophobic." Because it is something very very close to you. The thing is though is that nylons are obviously typically very breathable. So it really is not as bad as it feels, but you can obviously understand why someone mentally would be like, "Oh my god," and they would like hyperventilate and they'd get hot, they feel
Yeah.
like they couldn't breathe, they'd start sweating. But to also then go into that, it's like I think it does go with quality because I've definitely
Mm.
tried on another nylon bodysuit that I'm like, oh, okay, this feels good. It was very breathable. It fit very well. Um, like it just like didn't bother me. Like I literally feel like I could wear it all day, especially if you were to like if I were to wear it out underneath clothes in a winter day, like it's another layer, bro. It would help. That I feel like
Mm.
it wouldn't bother me. But I've definitely worn other ones that I'm like, oh, I felt hot immediately wearing it. So I think it's like the way
Get you.
the stitching goes, depending which one you wear. The it's weird to say, but the airflow is not as good as it should be realistically. Because if you think
Mm.
realistically,
Okay.
bro, if you think of nylons, especially like thinner denier ones, they should not feel thick. They realistically shouldn't be
Mm.
feeling thick, bro. Like that's the thing. And I think typically depending with a nylon bodysuit, it also depends because then they do have like thicker ones. But I think because the way, like I said, maybe the stitch is woven, maybe the different type of material, that's why it doesn't feel as hot. But then I feel like there are other ones where not necessarily the quality is bad, but maybe just the way it's made, it like
Yeah.
doesn't feel like you have that much airflow with it, so it starts to feel too
Mm.
hot like really quick. Because realistically, bro, like a thin nylon bodysuit, like I personally feel like you should be able to wear that like for like 3 or 4 hours, no problem.
Yeah.
It's moving. Bro, if
Yeah.
you feeling hot after 30 minutes, like that's not a good thing. Like, because God forbid you wear that
Yeah.
longer, like yo, you never know. Like you could start fucking getting way too hot, getting dehydrated. Like
Mm.
it's weird. Like because you're just sweating it out, but it's not really being breathable for you. So it's like you're just still
Yeah.
going. Like that sucks. That's not a good feeling at all.
Yeah. No, it does make sense. It does make sense, I suppose, because it's like I think that was the weirdest thing was when because I've done similar things in the past and they've not been too bad. And like don't get me wrong, they could have been cheaper quality or whatever,
Mhm.
and they've actually been okay.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm cool. But this was like, think obviously we're in middle of winter. It was like, oh, okay, if I'm going to be doing some promo stuff, I'm not going to have the heater on or anything because naturally it'll warm up too quick. And if you're
Hmm.
moving around as well and everything. So I think it was like a proper cold studio. So you think, okay, cool. So, and it was like quickly I heated up and you're like, this is really odd. Like, I
Nah.
kind of
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
to spend a bit more time in this to be like, okay, like, let me move, let me sit, let me like just go about my day in it just to see what it's like. I literally couldn't do it. And I was so annoyed because it was like I really wanted to give it a good go. And it was just I couldn't. It's literally as
Yeah.
soon as
Yeah.
it was off, it was like I'm not gonna one. It took me about 15 minutes to get the bloody bugger on. But then it
Damn.
was just yeah, it was that fitted. That ain't one size. It ain't one size at all. I don't care what people say. Um but yeah, but literally, as soon as I got it off, and I was like, I'm not getting this back on. I was like, I don't feel comfortable getting this back on because it's just naturally not like PTSD, but naturally, I'm gonna
Nah. Yeah. Yeah.
hesitate
Yeah.
to be like, well, if that happened the first time, is it gonna be like that the second time around? So yeah, yeah. So I thought let me ask the question, considering if you've worn it quite a lot, because I don't wear them that often, but yeah, it was just interesting. It was just really interesting. Stupid thing. It just sucks because I really want to be in it and I couldn't be in it.
I
But
love
never mind.
I love watching Sony process shit. She's just like, yeah, yeah, fuck that. Like,
Yeah, honestly, it sucks. But
oh
never
my
mind.
god. All right. So then, all right. So I gotta ask this then, right? So
Mm.
if you could have as a gift, and we've talked about this before because we've
Okay.
talked about dream vacation spots, but I'm talking about if someone now I want to say it like this because I'm talking about like on a realistic term.
Okay.
If someone could gift you a realistic vacation, where would you love to get a vacation to? Like I'm talking about realistic, like
Ooh.
they would spend like, maybe like 2 grand for you, like that's a decent vacation,
Okay.
but they
Okay.
wouldn't, they wouldn't spend like 10,000 just because obviously they couldn't
Yeah.
afford that. So maybe they love you so much and they were like saving up for you and they were like a family member. So they were like, hey, saved
Mm.
up 2 G's. I did a vacation for you. What would you say would be like a dream vacation like you could go for? Like that would be a gift to you if someone could gift you.
Oh, you know what? That's a good one actually, and I've got an answer already.
Oh, okay.
Um, I think mine. Okay, so obviously for people who are watching, I don't know how much it would cost, like realistically, but I'm just gonna go off the basis of so one of my dreams is to actually um go to America and spend a month there. Not trying to visit as many states as I can, but it's trying to do it in such a way where I'm kind of either doing it in strips or it's like an easier journey. So instead of going from like here to there to there to there, I'll rather do it like, let me start somewhere in America and move my way.
Yeah.
So mine would definitely be, yeah, America, but spending a month there and trying to do as much as I can. And it's also like not only just sightseeing, but it'll be like seeing everybody who I've made friends with in America. Obviously you as well, Chuck's in it. But
She
yeah, I would
she
love to
rolls
meet
through
like
America and is just like, oh, Chucks, I was there.
oh,
Like what?
Chuck's! Oh my god, I was here. But yeah, no, I'll definitely make it a bit of both. It'll be a bit of like me time, kind of sightseeing and stuff. But I'd love to like hook up with all my friends and be like, look, be my tour guide. Like, let's go chill for a
Oh
day.
hell yeah,
Send
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
let's go to the best spots. Like, if you've got me for 24 hours, let's make the most of it, kind
Oh
of thing.
nah, hell yeah.
So
That would be dope. Hell yeah. That'd be so
yeah,
dope.
so that would be mine, definitely.
Word. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
That's an interesting one.
that
I
would be
mean,
mine. I mean, I don't know if it'll be 2 grand or more, but this is what I mean. It was like,
realistically, I think it would be, but then again, it also depends on where you go, how you travel,
yeah,
because I mean,
yeah.
like the thing is too, though, is that like you could realistically get a flight, like so. Your whole thing is you got to obviously count for the flight there and the flight back. So let's just say
Mm,
it's within a month or whatever. You have, let's just say it's worth a vacation worth of 2 G's. So let's just say that that plane ticket alone, for whatever reason, let's just say that'll be $800. You would then have $1,200 left for travel and for like food and stuff like that and stay. So
oh, that's not
12
enough.
1200 for like a month in America. I think it would be possible,
No.
but no, but it also depends on where you go, because then
Oh yeah.
like in Vegas, like Vegas has like decent hotel rooms for like super cheap, because the whole idea is you're going to go spend money on the casino anyway. So that's like
Yeah,
the whole
yeah, yeah,
thing. So
yeah.
you're not really going to gamble anyway. So you could probably stay in like Vegas for like a week. I mean, you realistically don't need to stay in Vegas for more than like 2 or 3 days. That's what a lot of people tell me. But
Mm,
it's like you could be there for like a few days just to experience that Vegas culture in a way. And then you can then go
mm,
to like LA, which does have different types of areas that you can stay at, or like a lot of options. So it all depends. It kind of all depends how you do it. But
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
4 grand would probably be better. But
yeah. But this is what I
but
mean. Realistically,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
too sure. But
Nah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
What
But
about you? What would be yours?
oh man, oh, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. So it's like I, it's really interesting because I'm very loud. I'm very outgoing. I dance and all that. So you would think like you'd want to be to like some big city or whatever. Because realistically, my dream vacation is always Tokyo. Like it's definitely going to Tokyo.
Oh
That's for
yeah,
sure. But
yeah.
it's like if I'm going to Tokyo, I want to be out there for like minimum 3 weeks. Like you gotta
Mm,
enjoy that culture. You gotta experience it. You gotta go through it. I feel
yeah.
like so. Like for me personally, like it's like it would have to be like a minimum of 3 weeks. So that's not really realistic. It's hard to, you know what I mean? It would be expensive. Um,
Mm,
but like on a realistic term of someone gifting me something, especially just because of the fact that I've now gone on them, I would say like a cruise would be dope. But like make it like
yeah.
it would be like instead of like a 7 day or like a 10 day, like make it like a 14 day cruise, like just a straight 2 week
Oh
cruise,
yeah, yeah.
being able to check out at least a good like maybe like 4 different like places you can go
Nice.
to, like at least something like that, so then you get an experience of multiple different places, because then of course when you're docked there you get right off the boat and boom, you just venture out for the day, make the most
Mm,
of it, but then you get to come
mm,
back and just hang out on the cruise. There's always events, there's always food, you just have a good time, bro. So it's like I would say something like
yeah.
that would be very, very dope. um that would be a lot
Okay.
that would be a lot of
Okay.
fun. I'd have to say that would be a lot of fun, especially if it's a cruise